didn't know how to make money, but I got a real estate course off of the TV, Carlton Sheets. Studied that course. Leslie can tell you, man, I went through it 2 times. It took me about a month. Man, I saturated myself in that. I borrowed all the money I could borrow, $4,000 from this card, $3,000 from this card, and I bought a duplex. Had a mobile home out beside it. Within 5 years, doing what they said to do, I had grown my business to about $6 million in assets in 5 years. Then I was in the middle of a subdivision, had a waterfront home, another big home in town, extended self-storage unit complex that we were in the middle of building. And guess what happened? 5 hurricanes decided to come to Florida in one summer. And when they came in, all the retired folks that were coming to Florida to live started seeing the Weather Channel just too many times with all the hurricanes, and they decided, we call them halfbacks. A halfback is somebody who was planning on going to Florida, saw all the hurricanes, and decided a lake in North Carolina or Georgia would be just a great place to retire. And so insurance rates tripled, taxes tripled, people quit coming. There was a lot of speculation. The real estate bubble had grown and grown and grown. And I was caught in the middle of that. And it began to crumble. The pieces began to fall. And within 3 years, I at one time owned over 40 houses. In 3 years, I rent now. I have no house. Lost my credit. Ruined Leslie's credit. I did it. Tough stuff. Why am I telling you? Why am I being transparent? I tithed before, and I gave my offerings. I tithed when I made the money, and I gave my offerings. I tithe now, and I give my offerings. I have never quit tithing. If I wanted to make money, just so we can knock this one off the list too, if I wanted to go back and make money, I would start over and I'd go back in real estate. I wouldn't be here trying to get your money. Okay, turn to your neighbor and say, it's okay, he's not after our money. Because the stuff that I did, that I learned, I haven't forgotten. So I could go do it again. I know I could go do it again. But that's not what God called me to do now. He called me to be here at this church. He called me to be, at this moment, transparent with you. And I'm going to tell you something. Those tornadoes that went through Alabama, let me tell you what they didn't do. If they were going down a street, that tornado didn't go, oh, that's a Christian that lives in that home. We'll just jump over here and miss that house. And then there's a Christian there, we'll jump over here. And that tornado, let me tell you what it did. It tore up Christians' homes and it tore up non-Christians' homes. And it didn't, choose. Because the Bible says it rains on the just and the unjust. What am I saying? This life is going to throw you curveballs and you don't know what's coming. In my hour of just like, Lord, what have I done wrong? I've been a tither. I've given to the church. How can this be happening to me? The same way I followed you to build the business, I'm making decisions the same way and I'm losing the business. How can this happen? Ecclesiastes 9:11. Look it up when you go home. The Lord gave me my 9/11 answer. The race is not to the swift nor the strong, but time and chance happened all. Why am I telling you this story? I don't know how, guys. But in the midst of winning it all and losing it all, my family has never lacked. We never missed a meal. There's been a roof over our head and cars to drive. And I can attribute it to one reason, and one reason alone. I've always been faithful to obey God's financial plan. I've always paid my tithes, and I've always given my offering. And God says when we do that, He is put on the hook. And I like that really good.